Yeah, Praneeth, you have any doubt? You haven't received server access yet. So you have completed your registration already? So if you have completed the registration, you should be getting it because we shared it already to the other people who completed the registration. So once check with the server, institute team. Uh, I don't know why is your missed. We are sure that we raised four. We gave it already. So if you haven't received it, once check with the institute team. You should complete the registration first, then you'll be getting your server. Okay, I'll start sharing. Okay, so first we have seen what is data dictionary, right? So data dictionary is nothing but one central repository via which we can create any data object. Done. So then we have seen what is a database table. So we've seen how to create the database table also. So these are the different types of tables. So transparent, pooled, and cluster. So transparent is the one that we are working on because HANA system is only having transparent tables. Pooled and cluster tables are removed in HANA system, right? So then there are two ways you can create the database tables. I've shown you only one way, that is top-down approach. So whenever you're creating any table, always follow top-down approach. See, top-down approach means first you have to create the table, then you have to create the data element, and finally you'll have to create the domain. So that's what we were doing, right? So first we went to SE11, we gave the table name, then we were giving data element names in the field section, then we were double clicking the data element, we went into data element. Similarly, we gave the domain name, we double clicked the domain name, then we created the domain. So this is top-down approach. So bottom-up approach means first you have to create the domain. By using the domain, you'll have to create the data element, and using those data elements, you'll have to create the tables. Right? This is bottom-up approach. So this is very tiring because the reason is here you don't need to remember the names of your data elements and domains. You don't need to remember those. But here in bottom-up approach, you have to remember these names in order to pass them in the tables, right? You have to remember these names in order to pass them in the tables. That's why always use top down approach. Even in real time also, every SAP ABAP consultant uses top down approach. Okay, then what is a domain, what is a data element? We have seen mandatory fields. Okay, I think I didn't show you mandatory field, no? See, mandatory field means everywhere you see there is one check icon. If I go into, not this, let's say I want to change it, maintenance tab. See, if I remove this, you see there is an icon here. This icon here with the check tick symbol. So this tick symbol, wherever you are seeing this bracket with the tick symbol, this means it is a mandatory field and it has to be filled. Right? It's a mandatory field and it has to be filled. See, observe what happens if I try to check. It says fill out all required entry fields because I did not fill this. Right? That is the purpose of your mandatory field. You will see that mandatory icon in many places throughout SAP. You will see it many places. So everywhere you see it, you have to make sure you have to fill the mandatory field parameter. Okay, see the tick marks are appeared on the mandatory fields. Then system provided search help. I've shown you this. So this F4 button that you are getting, F4 or search help, I told you, this button you are getting is called as a search help. So it will show you all the possible entries that you can add. That's a screenshot of the table. Then client dependent and independent, I didn't show you, I think. Oh no, I showed you already. Yeah, I showed you client dependent and independent also. So whenever you add mandate field to any table, it becomes client dependent field. Done. So then we have seen what is a key field. Key field will make sure that there are no duplicate records in a column. Then initial value checkbox, it will make sure that it will pass a default value to your key fields. Right, see like this. And for integer it will be 0. For numeric also it will be 0. For character it is space, like that it will pass. Then how to create a database table, it's everything is highlighted here, like how to navigate to S11 and all those things, like whatever you did. Then steps to create data element, then how to create a domain, then technical settings, then adding entries in custom table. So this is one way of doing it, right? This is one way of doing it from S11. I have shown you from SM30, right? That is second way. Then how to execute the table to see the entries in the table. Okay, so this I haven't showed you yet. So let me show you from here. Okay, change input field, all these things. Okay, fine. Right. Only chapter name will have been shared, not all. Yeah, see, coming to documentation, you'll only receive the chapter 2 documentation for now because that's what we are discussing now. But your server access, it should be given by the institute people. If you haven't received it yet, just ping them once. Maybe it's missed or what, we are not sure. They'll give it to you. Okay, so coming back to this table, right? See, I have shown you how to maintain the table and also I have shown you how to see the entries also, right? Example, if I go to SM30, from SM30 also I'm able to see the data. Now, from if I click on display here, I'm able to see the data also here also, right? So actually there is another way how you can display your data. There are multiple ways, actually not just one way. See, one way is go to table S11. This is my table name. Go to display, then here you see a button, it says contents, right? Contents, then execute. See, if you want to see all the entries in the table, then directly execute. I'm able to see all the entries. Let's say I only want to see one or two entries. Okay, just one or two entries. Then in that case, I can restrict my output. I can restrict my output. How? Go back. See, here it says employee number, right? So give an employee number here. Let's say I want to give 12345. This is my employee number, right? If I execute it now, I've got only one record, only 12345 record. So let's say if I'm giving some number which is not there in the table, right? If I execute, see, no table entries found for a specific key. This is how you can check. And here you see a button, it says number of entries. So if you click on this, it will show you the number of entries that are there in this table. So it's four entries, right? So we have how many? Four entries now in this, four. So it is showing you as four entries. If you go to check table, it will show you the primary table. Since this is what? Foreign key table, na? Employee salary, we declared it as foreign key table. So when I'm clicking on check table, it is showing me the check table name, primary table name. This is the primary table, right? So this is one way of visualizing your data from SE11. So there is second way, which is mostly used, right? The second way that I'm going to show you is the most used way to see the data. So there is a T code called SE16N, right? That's a T code called SE16N, right? So when you come to SE16N, this is how the screen will look like. Okay. So here you will have many options rather than this way of executing it, right? From your table, I mean, from here, S11, you will have only limited options, but here you will have many options, right? So if you execute it here, see, you will see the same data, but this is far more better if you see, right? See here if I execute, observe the UI, how is this looking? How is this UI looking versus how is this UI looking? If there are more number of fields, then this UI will look far more better. Let's say, this is my primary table, right? So if I execute this, see, it looks like an Excel sheet, right? Everything has a separate cell. When I'm selecting anything, everything looks like a separate cell here with color difference also. See, so here blue color means key field, remaining gray color means non-key fields, right? See, it's like an Excel sheet, but whereas in this, it's not like that, no? Let's see. It's not Excel sheet. It's like I'm selecting this, but it not whole cell is not getting selected, right? So it's difficult to copy. It's difficult to paste somewhere. Right? Even the UI also looks very old, kind of rustic look like. So this looks a little bit more modern, right? So that's the reason most of the people uses only SC16N also. So if you feel like you want that is better, then go ahead, no problem at all. You can still use that. This one only. Yes, you can still use this only, no problem at all. There is no limitation. Whatever you feel like is correct, right? So this is SC16, and so here also you can give your selection criteria. See, I'm giving employee number. If I execute, see, I'm getting there are two employee numbers. We gave duplicate, right? Yesterday with this when I showed you the multi-level key field relationship. See, 1 2 3 4 5 Raj, 1 2 3 4 5 Ravi, because there are two key fields, right? Like this also. Then here also you will see number of entries button, right? See, number of entries button done. So here the checkboxes that you see, these are used to change the output list. See, if I execute it now directly, I'm getting all the fields. But if I only check few fields here, okay, I checked only employee number and employee F name. Execute. I'm only getting two fields in the output. So this is used to change your output. Right. So see, this is used to again change your output only. See here, select all means all these will be selected. See, the minute I select all are selected. This means only key fields will be selected, right? Okay, let's first remove all. Then see if you check this, see, I removed everything. See if I check this, select only key fields, only key fields will be selected. This is to deselect all, completely deselect all. This is to remove and add rows and all. You will not use these things, right? So only these are used normally. Okay, so let me select all again, execute. You will get all the entries. Right, this is number of entry. Even after giving an entry also you can do number of entry. Let's say see, I give 1 2 3 4 5. Now if I click on number of entries, see, it will show me that with 1 2 3 4 5 there are two entries in the system. Right, like this also you can check your data. So this is only to visualize your data. That's it. SC16N is used to visualize your data. Only see the data. So this is called SC16N because N means new. N means new. There is also a T called SC16. Right, see, this is SC16, that is SC16N, this is SC16. So here also you can see the data only, the purpose is same. You can also see the data here. See, contents, execute, output you will get, but this will look like SC11 output, right? Still SC16 looks like SE11 output. So this output and this output is same, right? But this is different. So that's the reason SAP came up with this a few years ago. It's been like, but I guess 7 8 years almost since SC16N is introduced, and since then every ABAP consultant or every consultant, every functional consultant also uses SC16N only. Okay, yeah, that is about how to visualize the data. So now let's say there is some data in this table. Now we want to save the data into a local file. You want to save this file in data into a Excel sheet. So to do that, again come to SC16N, execute it. Then you see there is a button here. It says export. This button, export. Click this. Then spreadsheet. Spreadsheet means Excel sheet. Okay, spreadsheet means Excel sheet. Click spreadsheet. Then yeah, let it choose this XLSX. Okay. So just where do you want to save it? I want to save it in my desktop with the name export. Okay, save. It already exists. Okay, I'll replace it. Yes. I love. Done. See, it saved and it even opened it for me, right? So this is my Excel. In the Excel, I'm able to see my data. So all the data that is there in my database is now downloaded into my Excel. This is a local copy, right? This is a local copy that is saved onto my desktop. See, export. If I open it again, see my data. So like this, you can download your database table data also. Okay. Then next topic. So this is how to see the field labels and all. 10 steps to download the data. Okay, this is to find the system generated program name for a table. Okay, let me go to SC11 again. See, once you display any table, if you go to status, system status, see here you see a program name. So this program name is generated for every table. Okay, this program name is generated for each and every table. Not that it matters to you, like it's not exactly useful, just to show you that every screen in SAP will have a background program. Okay, this is what my table. So if I do same thing, so from here if I go say system status, here also I'm getting a program, na? It's a generated program name. See, so here like this, similar. This is SC16. For SC16 also I'm getting a generated program name. So if I go from this screen, I'm getting a different program name. So like that. Not that it matters to you, but still, just to show you that every screen, each and every screen in SAP will have a background program name. That program name is auto-generated by your SAP only. You don't need to do anything. See, it's starting with what S now? S means reserved by SAP only. A to X reserved by SAP. Right? See, each and every screen in SAP will have a background program in it. And every time you have to do this only system status. Only here you will be seeing the background program name system status. That's it. Okay. Then right currency and quantity fields. Right. So we'll create currency and quantity fields today. So okay, so what I'll do is let me go to this secondary table, right? This table. So in this we have a salary field, right? Salary is currency. So what we'll do is yesterday we gave it as into 4, na? Actually it should be currency only, but since we didn't discuss currency yet, I gave it as into 4. That's the reason I didn't even give decimals. Right? Today I'll change it to currency and I'll give decimals also, right? To change the data type, what we have to do? We'll have to change the domain, right? So let me get into domain. Correct. I'm in the domain. Go to see it's in display domain. It's in display domain. So I'll have to change it. Then from data type, I'll have to choose CURR, right? CURR. You can also give it in the F4 help also. See CURR, currency field in BCD format. Done. So my length should be, I want it to be on 10. Okay, 10 should be my length. Okay, if I hit enter, see automatically it took decimal places as 2. But if you want to change it also, you can change it like this. Right, you can change it like this. So decimal places 2. So I gave this is 10 and this is 2. Output length should be 12, not 13, because adding those two, whatever you get, it should be here. Check. No problem. Okay, there's a dependent structure, it says cool, no problem. Okay, then activate, enter, continue. There is an error, huh? Okay, there is no reference field, it says it's cool. The error is evident, we will get that error. Done. Okay, so now we have given it here. So if I go back, so whenever we specify any currency field, right? Whenever we specify any currency field, so here I specified it as currency. See, the reason we had an error, it is now in what? Partly active state. The table is changed to partly active because there is an error in this. Okay, so we'll correct that error now. So in order to give a reference, right? In order to give a reference for your currency field, you have to go to this tab. It says what? Currency field indexes, right? Currency and quantity fields. See here, if we observe, only currency field is editable. Only currency field is editable. Remaining are what? Grayed out. Right? Remaining are grayed out. So only this is editable. So here we have to specify a reference table and a reference field in which currency field is already present. Okay, I'll repeat. You have to give a reference table and a reference field from that table in which this currency type field is already available. Okay, to show you that, see, there is a standard table. There are many standard tables actually. You can use any table, but let's say if I want to, I think I used VBAP last time. Okay, see, VBAP is a standard database table for sales order. VBAP is a standard database table created by SAP for sales order. Right? That means whenever a sales order is created in SAP, those sales order information will be saved in your VBAP. Simple, okay? Whenever a sales order is created in SAP, the sales order information will be stored in VBAP table. VBAP is a database table. So I'm just picking a reference from this table. You can pick any table in SAP. You can pick any table in SAP. I'm just picking this. Okay. So now let me find a currency field here. If I see CURR, see, I got a currency field. It says ZWERT. ZWERT. This is my currency field. So here it says currency. So if you select this and if you go to click on currency or quantity fields again, you click on this currency quantity fields, you will see a reference for this also, right? What is the reference for this? VBAP table and WAERK, right? This is a reference field. So you have to copy this. You have to copy this from here, paste it here, VBAP. Then reference field is what? WAERK. Copy this, paste it here. Done. Now do a check. Yes. It says only enhancement category missing. Structure change at field level. It's fine. Okay. If I activate it now, what is the error? Structure change at field level. Say it is a temporary error. You know it now. Okay. Wait. I think I didn't activate my domain also. Let me go and activate my domain, because domain also we were getting the error earlier, right? Right. See, partly active. Activate this. Even here also I'm getting the same error. Okay. No problem at all. Okay, what we'll do is, these are temporary errors. So what did I tell you? When we are getting temporary errors, we have to go to SE14 and adjust our table. Okay, so here let me give my table name. Edit, activate and adjust. Yes. Then execute activated. So let me activate it now. It might give the error. Okay, no error now. Perfect. So let's check if the domain is also activated. It's not active. Let me activate this also. Done. Activated. This is also active. This is also in active state, right? And if we go here in currency quantity field, see VBAP WIRK. So you just have to give a reference. That's it. That reference we picked it from standard table. If there is a custom table that you already know, then that custom table also you can pick. Up to you. You are wish. You can pick any table which is having a reference. That's it. Simple. It should have a reference. Okay, this is to add your currency field. Now let's also add a quantity field, right? So quantity is also similar to currency field. So let me put employee weight here. Okay, let's see, weight2 underscore AMP underscore. Okay, let me quickly create the data element and domain. Again, so here the data type should be quan. Okay, the data type should be quan. So here you see quantity field, it is quan na? So quantity field in BCD format. So quan, you have to pick one. The number of characters, whatever the number of characters that you want to add, I want to add let's say 5 characters with 2 decimal places, and activate. Then see if I make a check now, it will still give me an error. What error did it give? See, same. Specify reference table and reference field, it says, right? On table field employee weight, specify reference table and reference field. So same, similar to currency field, we have to add reference for quantity field. Right? See here, I can see again here only we have it now. See, this is what quantity field. This is a quantity field. So for this, the reference is this table and this field. So give the same here. So space, you will get the recent entry. Then give this. Then do a check now. No errors. Gone. Errors are gone. So activate. Enter. Done. So now my table is activated. This is how you add a currency and quantity field in any table. Right? In any table, this is how you add it. Okay. So now, right, see, we were all, every time we were getting this enhancement category missing, enhancement category missing. So I'll show you what this enhancement category means. Okay. See, let's say if you want to enhance your table in order to add a table inside a table. Okay. A table inside a table. In that case, you have to add your enhancement category. So let's see here till now we were only adding fields, right? We were only adding fields till now. So instead of fields, if you want to add a table also, even that is possible with table. So that is called table inside table. Okay. So whenever you want to do that table inside table, we can create this enhancement category. It will give the flexibility to the table to enhance it, right? Rather than only having fields, it will give the table to have the enhancement to add table inside table. Right, that is enhancement category. You'll normally never create custom enhancement, custom table inside table functionalities, but just telling you no. But again, to in order to ignore this error, you can still, even though you are not adding a table inside table, you can still create an enhancement category. So how to create it is, first go to extras, here extras, then enhancement category. Just see, this is not classified, select an enhancement category. Let's see, currently it is in what? Not classified. If you want to make it cannot be enhanced, it's cool. If you want to make it can be enhanced character or numeric, like means you can only have character or numeric fields in your table. You cannot have any other fields. Right, here I have what? Currency and quantity fields. Now, then in that case, I cannot include that. Right, I cannot include that. So always use can be enhanced deep. Always choose can be enhanced deep. Simple. Copy. Check. Now you will not get that error anymore. I mean warning anymore. See, no warning anymore. Activate it. It will be activated. No warning at all. Right. So to just ignore remove that warning, you can create this enhancement category. Extras enhancement category can be enhanced deep. Done. Okay, any doubts till now? Anyone? Okay. Okay. So we have seen what is a TMG also, no? So TMG is done. Steps to create TMG are also done. Then steps to maintain custom table also done. From SM30 I've shown you, right? This how to change custom table. Change nothing, but here you have this button, right? See, directly from here you can click on change, or let's say if currently you are in display mode, then click this button to toggle between display and change, right? You can toggle it between display and change like this. Done. Then deletion of TMG you have seen. How to delete and recreate table adjustment also we have seen, right? SE14. Then copy data dictionary object. Okay, this we haven't seen. So let's say this is my table. Okay. So in your project, let's say in your I'm giving you a real time example on when you can use this copy functionality. Okay. Let's say this is a table that is existing already in the system. Now you got a new requirement saying that, okay, see, there is a existing table in the system already. That is this table. From this table, user is requesting to add only two fields. Okay, user is requesting only to add two fields. This table is currently having three fields, ignoring a mandate. Mandate is not exactly a field, so ignoring mandate, there are three fields. Now they are saying that there are three fields in this table, but user's request is to have two fields in it. So rather than changing this table, they are requesting us to remove weight and only keep employee number and salary in a new table. Okay, this is a new requirement to you, that create a new table with employee number and salary that is similar to this table. So in this case, in this scenario, rather than creating the table from scratch, right? Rather than creating table from scratch, you can simply use this copy function, right? Give this table name here and click on this copy, and then from table, this is the table name. To table, you can give. Let's say I'll give temp. Okay, temporary table. From this table to this table, I'm copying. This is not existing. You have to give a new table name. Right? This is not existing. You have to give a new table name. Then done. It says observe the constraints. Okay, no problem. Then choose a package or local object, whatever you feel like is correct. Done. It is copied from this table to this table. Now if I display this or change this, see, I'm getting same. Everything is same now. Then if I go to what? Enhancement category is also copied. Technical settings copied. DB properties. Okay, log changes is there here. 1 minute. See, done. Save. Back. Even if I go to TMG, see, TMG is not yet generated. The reason is your table is in which state? New. So if your table is new, you cannot create a TMG, right? So if you activate it, utilities, TMG is enabled now. See, so like this, you can also create the TMG. Since TMG can only be created after activation, it is not copied from your previous table to this table. All the remaining things are copied. Delivery, maintenance, everything is copied. So this like this, you can use your uh, things. I mean, use your copy functionality. You'll not use it normally in real time, only the scenario that I told you, in order to replicate one table into another table without affecting existing table only, you will create it. Okay, then how to create, I mean, delete a DDIC object. Okay, so let's say this is a table that I've copied. Now I want to delete it. I'll delete it directly. So just give the table name here, then hit delete. Yes, then deleted. If I display now, does not exist. It's deleted. Yeah, then SE93. So SE93 is a T code which is used to create custom T codes, right? It is a T code which is used to create custom T codes. Okay. So let me give you a real-time scenario of this also. So in the beginning only I told you that everything that we create will be so that it will be like similar to your project. Real time, how will you will get the requirements like that only we will create everything. Okay, so let's say you've got a real-time requirement saying that, see, in real time, let's say if you have created this table, okay, now if not this table, okay, employee tab, this table you have created in real time. You have also created SM30 for this, right? There is this maintenance fee for this. I mean, there is TMG for this. From here, I'm able to maintain the data also, correct? But so what happens in production is, in production system, normally users will not get access to SM30. Users will not have access to SM30. Reason being, let's say I am a sales user. I deal with all the operations in my SAP that are related to sales. Then I should only have access to sales related things, right? I should not go and look at purchasing things, or I should not look at finance related things, right? The accesses should be limited. My access should be limited, because without proper knowledge, without me knowing what exactly how exactly finance works, if I go ahead and change something off in finance, then it will be a huge loss to the company, correct? So that is the reason normally in production system, accesses are limited to only few people. If I'm sales guy, I'll only have sales rules. If I'm finance, I'll only have finance rules. If I'm purchasing, I'll only have purchasing rules. Like that, it is segregated. And SM30 is a very powerful T code using which you can change any table. Na? You can change any table, be it standard, be it custom. If the table is having a TMG, then you can change it off. Very powerful SM30. So that is the reason normally SM30 access is not given to real-time users, right? Business users, it's not given. So instead, what they will request you is, you have to create a custom T code for your table maintenance. Okay, means simple, understand. Now, how are you maintaining the table? We are going to SM30, enter, giving the table name, clicking on maintain, then clicking on new entry. We are maintaining the table. This is what we did it till now, right? The second way is, our actual real time way is to create a custom T code for your business users so that they can reuse the custom T code instead of SM30. Simple, right? To do that, we have to use a T code called SE93. This is T code which is used to create custom T codes. See, maintain transaction, it says, no? So you can create any custom T code by SE93. So here, let's see, let me give EMP. I want to give this. This is my T code. I want to give this as my T code name, right? Then hit create. Here, give a short text. So from here, choose the last option. Transaction with, we'll choose remaining also as the course goes on. So this parameter transaction should be selected for a table. Okay, this should be selected for table. So I'm selecting this. We will select the remaining ones also as we move further. We'll create other objects. So for those other objects, we'll choose different ones. So for now, transaction with parameters. Then hit OK. Done. So here we have to give the T code names and how we want a few more details, right? What T code, for which T code am I creating a transaction code? What is the T code to maintain the table? SM30. So here I'll give SM30. Done. Then scroll down. So here you can check these check boxes if your project is having third-party support, right? Like if they are using any third-party GUI support like Java tool or any browser, third-party browser like that. In that case, you can check these check boxes. Okay. Normally check it even if it's because you don't know whether your what your business user is using it now, so there is no harm in checking these things, so always make sure to check this, right? So if you scroll to the bottom, I scroll to the bottom, you'll see default values, right? Default values. So here it says what name of the screen field. So here I have to give the name of my screen field. View name is the name of the screen field. How to see it is, how to, you just need to like you don't again see, it's already there in the this documentation, but still if you want to find out why I'm giving you view name, if I see, let me go to SM30, I'll show you that also. Why view name? This is my SM30, correct? So once I get into SM30, if I click this field name here, this is where I'm giving my table name now, table or view, whatever it is, I'm giving it here. If I click on F1 on my keyboard, if I click on F1 on my keyboard, it will give me the help documentation of this field. Okay, it will give me the help documentation of this field. So I'm clicking on my keyboard. So you can, when you practice it, you can also try do it on your keyboard. Okay. I just clicked on F1, F1, function 1, function key 1. So you will get this pop-up. In this pop-up, you see there is a button called technical settings or technical information, right? See this button, spanner and hammer, right? Hit this, click this. You will see this pop-up. In this pop-up, what does it say? Dynpro field. Dynpro field is view name. Yes, view name. So again, if I go back to here, what does it say? Name of screen field. Name of screen field. Name of my screen field. Dynpro means screen. In SAP, Dynpro means screen. Okay. Now here my screen field is what? This view name. That is the reason I'm giving view name here. Simple, right? So everything that we give in SAP has some reason to it. So this is the reason I'm giving view name. So there is nothing called as magic. Everything has a logic. Then value here, you have to pass it as X. The reason you have to pass, sorry, here you have to pass table name, then update it as, sorry. Here let me pass my view name. Here view name, na, my bad. This is my view name. So pass it here, and then by using this SM30, what do you want to do? Right? By using this SM30, what do you want to do? I want to update. Correct? I want to change the data. So here I'll give update. After update, X means check. X means true or X means true. Okay. X means check or true or valid. Okay. When I'm passing X, that means I'm telling system that listen, I'm passing the parameter as update and I'm passing X because pass update as true. Okay, pass update as true. If I give it empty, then it will be false. You will not be able to update. Okay, always remember we will use X in many places in SAP. So X means true, empty means false. Simple. X means filled, empty means not filled. Simple like that. Okay, past X. Then let me do a check once. It says see, transaction is consistent. So let me save it. There is no activation in SE93 T code. You just need to save it. Done. Saved it. So I can once test it from here, right? This is test, execute. Okay, it's taking me to this place. It's taking me to this place. So what I'll do is directly I'll copy this. So see, the reason it's taking me to this screen is see, like even if I use T code also, see, I'm giving this T code /o T code name, right? /o T code name, enter. Where is it taking me? It is taking me to initial screen of SM30. Yes, initial screen of SM30. But if I give this access to a user, again they will be able to change it, na? Again they will be able to change the table name if they want to. So again this has to be prevented. They have to directly get into the table. So here it says maintain X, this because I only passed X to maintain. You are seeing X here, or else see the dot means nothing but space, so it's giving like this. Okay, see, right? So we have to take user directly into the table, directly inside the table. So to do that, what you have to do is go back to T code. So here there is a checkbox called skip initial screen. Skip initial screen. Check this. Then save. If you execute it now, see what happens. Directly it took you to table name. Right? Directly it took you inside the table. Even if you use the T code also, like if you use it as a T code, see, Control C /o T code name, enter. Maximum number is 0. Okay, 1 minute. So here I'll use /n T code name, enter. Directly it took me to maintenance screen. So user cannot change the table name now. They only can maintain this table, right? So this is how you create it in the real time T code. This is how you create. Okay, always make sure you give SM30 with skip initial screen. If you don't give skip initial screen, user can change anything that they want to. This is view name and update. Done. Okay, so any doubts in the custom T codes? So it's easy. Once you create 1 2 T codes, you will feel it very easier to create custom T codes. These custom T codes you can change it as per your wish, right? At a later point of time, if you want to do something else in this custom T code also, you can do it. I told you, no, standard should not be changed, but custom you can change it anytime as per business requirement. Okay, so if no doubts, we'll move on. Right. So this is again how to steps and all, right? Executing SE93. Everything is again detailedly given here. So to the people who have already received the documentation, you can just go through the documentation and you can just create it off. Okay, then primary index and secondary indexes also we have done, right? We created the secondary index in last class. Then foreign key relationship also we have created. Okay, value table we have not yet created. So value table is a simple topic. So I'll just show you value table, then we'll stop, park it here. Okay, so let me get inside. Uh, okay, let's say this is my employee table, right? So for this employee table, so what value table means is value table will make sure that you can only give few entries to your table. Okay, while maintaining the table from SM30, you can only give few valid entries to your table. That is nothing but your value table. Okay, so as an example, what I'll do is, let me do a change here. See here, what I'll do is for gender, let me just quickly create data element and domain. Okay, to show again your real-time example. I can pick any of these, but again to pick a real-time example, I'm just picking gender. Okay, gender you will have what? Male, female, others, right? Male, female, others. You'll have only three genders. So here I'll put gb2 underscore emp underscore gender. Enter. It's not there. Create. Yes, yes. Gender I'll give. Then label. So for this, see the value table is always created on top of your domain name. So you have to create a domain here. Without domain, it will not work. Okay, copy this, paste it here. Yes, here let me give gender again. Done. Character type I want to give it as what? Char OTHERS. I'll give 6. I calculated it. OTHERS will have what? 6 fields only, na? Minimum 6 characters. You can give up to any characters, but minimum characters you have to give. So I'll just give, I'm just giving 6. Then here you see there is a tab called value range, right? Definition. Till here, normal domain. How we have created, like if you activate it again, see, done, activated, activate the data domain, so data element also. Then back your table, you can activate here also. No, done. See, activated. See, data element is done. Now value table. Value table is given on top of your domain. So let me get into domain again. Here you see value range. Here change it. Go on change. Then here you can give a fixed values to your domain. Fixed values to your domain. What is my fixed value? One is male, right? Second is female. If you want to give it short description for your fixed values, you can give that, but this is self-explanatory, na? So no need of short description. Then others, right? Male, female, others. Check, save, yes. No errors. Activate. Done. It's warning for the enhancement category again. Done. It is completed. So now let me go to SM30 and show you. Okay, is it refreshed? No. Why? Because there is no, I'm sorry, after creating after changing the table, we did not regenerate the table, right? We did not regenerate the TMG. So go to TMG. Let's give it a minute. Done. Deleted. Then I'll create again. Done. Regenerated. So if I go back to my SM30 again, right? Let me go to new entry. Now let me go to new entry. Whenever I'm trying to give a new entry, observe what happens. So I'll give some random number here. I'll give some name here. Preeti already used it now. Okay, I'll use Pranay. Mohan. Oh, why am I not getting it? 1 second. Okay, see. You see here. What am I getting? Male, female, others. Right? Male, female, others. These are the only three that I can give here. These are the only three that I can give here. So let's say if I want to give anything else, like I'm giving some dummy value. What does it say? When I'm giving some dummy value, it says enter a valid value. Enter a valid value. That's what this says. Right? That's the purpose of your value table. It will make sure that other than these three entries, nothing else you can give here. You cannot give anything other than this. If you want to give others, you can give it. If you want to give it as a female, you can give it. Then see, like this. When I give female, it took. Even if I give male also, it will take. Right? See, no error. If I give others also, it will take. But other than this, if I give only other, will it take? No, because other is not there. Others is there. Other is not there. See, enter a valid value. So this is how your uh, value table will work. It will make sure that only valid entries can be entered on a specified field. You cannot give a free text. You can only give few valid entries. See here I'm getting an F4 like this help kind of button. Am I getting it here? Am I getting it here? Here I'll get it. Sorry, here also if you go to uh, foreign key table we were getting it here now. On foreign key table we were getting it here because it has what? Check field check. Right? It has a check field check. Underscore SAL. I've shown you I think already, but again see only this field is having this now. This field is having this F4 button like this. It is a check field. This check is coming from your check table. This is from your check table. See, I added Pranay just now, na? So again, Pranay has added to my F4 help like this. But salary, you'll not get it because it does not have a check on it. So wherever you will get this button, that means you have to only give those entries only. You cannot give any other entries, right? That is a validation, right? You can like this also change it if you want to change it. Okay, I'll put it to mail again, then save. Done. Simple. Okay, so any doubt in value table, anyone? Or any topic that we have discussed, if you're having any doubt, you can feel free to ask. Okay, so this is the difference between your check table and value table. Check table is at table level, na? Table level, foreign key to primary table. That's how we created check table. Value table is on domain. Just now we have created it on domain. So this is just different self-explanatory differences and all. So just go through the documentation. You will anyhow understand all these things. Then standard tables also we have seen. Okay, see, these are a few important standard tables for your reference. Okay, see, VBAK, VBAP. I've shown you VBAP already. So VBAK, VBAP is for sales. These are for sales. These are for billing. Billing means invoicing. Billing, invoicing. These are for delivery. Okay, so understand that whenever any transaction happens in SAP, only standard tables are updated. Custom tables are not updated because SAP won't understand custom table. SAP will only update standard tables. Even we will also, whenever we write our code, we will use standard tables only. Very minimalistically, we will use custom tables. Most of the time, we will use standard tables only, right? So once you practice, once we get into coding and all, once we start practicing it, so you will understand how it works and you will memorize also. Since we'll every day we'll keep reusing these standard tables, you will memorize those things. Don't worry as in why the table names are like this. SAP is a German company software, so this is German language. This is German language. That's the reason it's like this. LIKP means delivery for them in uh, German language. It's abbreviation for delivery. Okay, that's the reason the table names are like this. It's not English. So similarly, this is for material, say Mara and all, and for finance also. Few examples like this, right? Okay, so fine. We'll just park it here. So to the people who completed the registration already got the documentation and server access. Yes, Praneeth is missed. So Praneeth just ping the institute people. They'll be able to give it to you immediately. And to the people who haven't completed the registration yet, please do complete it quickly because we are aggressively progressing right throughout our course. So if you make any delay again, you will be stagnant at one place. So don't make that happen. So even the group is created, guys. So if you are having any doubt, you can just ping in the WhatsApp group that is already created. Okay, just ping it in the chat or the group with your error screenshot. If you're getting any screenshot error, just screenshot it and put it in the chat. We will be able to help you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for joining in. And yeah, please do register if you haven't done already. Okay, let's meet tomorrow.